At two, I'm assuming we got the same two, Spider.
Yeah, I have him too also.
Yeah,
I don't know. He was the in my opinion, I know that you can make a Evan Mobley case, the best player on the one seed this year in the East.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I love watching him play. I think he's amazing, especially what he does at his size. Defensive analytics like um EPM especially would tell you that he's actually a pretty good defensive player despite his size. Um, and I know he shouldered a lot of the blame for the playoffs, but he also had some really phenomenal games when other players on this team were hurt. I think it's almost unfair to just like completely put all the blame on him when
I
like
agree.
your second best, maybe best player, depending on how you feel Mobley is, was injured. And Garland, who I almost shouted out for point guard because I think he's amazing too, um, was also injured as well. And like toe injury is like way more serious than people were making that out to be. Like especially as a shifty guard, like that. I don't
Yeah,
know. That
and
made me bad. Whatever. I'm not gonna we talked about that already. I'm not gonna get all mad about that again. But no, I think to a certain extent, so I think Donovan Mitchell is better than his stats were as well. Because I think he was only playing like 31 or 32 minutes per game. Like a lot of these guys would play like 35, 36 minutes per game. And it's like that doesn't sound like a huge difference, but maybe that's another basket. Like you know what I mean? And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
maybe that brings him up from whatever his points per game was to two more points per game. And then maybe some people look at him different, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think he's number two. I think even though no surprise, I think me and you probably both have Ant at number one, and we'll talk about him in a second. Even though we both think he's the better player according to this list, I
Mm.
did have Donovan Mitchell in my first team All NBA spot because of how well his team played this year. Like, is that fair to Ant? No, but that's just how the NBA is. Sometimes I thought
Yeah.
that Donovan Mitchell getting awarded for leading his team to such a great season, I thought was deserving of that. So I had him first
Short
team All
season
NBA.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I had Ant second team. It's not like I dropped Ant all the way down to third team. You feel me? I
Yeah,
just thought it was just
yeah,
such an amazing year that he deserved the bump when I thought the players had similar seasons. But yeah, I had him in my top.
yeah. Similarly to you, obviously, I think Spider's like the best combo guard in the league. Um, we all know him as a playoff riser, so his playoff stats certainly back up why he's probably the second best guard in the league. 29.6 points per games. And also to add your point to his defensive efficiency, 1.9 steals. Um, Unfortunately, I do feel like this year is a make or break year for Cleveland. Um, Given how Donovan Mitchell is always going to be the guy that shoulders a load on the Cavs, he needs support from his fellow teammates. We mentioned guys like Darius Garland, we mentioned guys like Evan Mobley. They need to be able to be there with Donovan Mitchell because they are definitely at risk to losing him, you know? Um, and I mean, yeah, like the reason why I have him overbooked, I think leading the Cavs to a historic season this year was a big reason.